Hello everyone, welcome to analytical classes. So today's video is about calculating the EMI of a loan or the future value for some SIP which we pay every month for certain number of years. So starting with the EMI part, let's assume we are having a loan of some 10,000. I have put a minus sign over here because the loan amount we have received already. So now we have to repay. The rate is 6%, the time is 5 years, we have to calculate it in the months basis. So 5 years will be 60 months. So for good practice, we should write in months only. Next, what are we going to calculate? Payment made at the end of the month. But what will be the payment? How to calculate that? So for that, we are going to use the PMT function. What it says that it calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments and a constant interest rates. So starting that, rate is the interest rate at which the loan is taken, comma n per for the number of months or time period, comma PV, the present value. So 10,000 is the present value which we have already taken. FV, we will discuss it later. For the time being, PV will be there for loan, and FV is something which we have to calculate the future value. Means we are submitting something or depositing something like SIP, and FV is the future value which we will get after the certain number of years. So in this case, it will be PV. The loan will always be PV. Then comma FV will be 0, comma type is 0 for the end of the month and 1 for the beginning of the month. So rate over here is 6%. It is yearly. The rate is always given in yearly basis, but we have to calculate on the monthly basis. So dividing it by 12, comma n per. Since our time period is in months, so we don't have to multiply it by 12. Otherwise, if it would have been in years, like it was like 5 years, then we would have multiplied it in the formula. But we have already multiplied it in the cell itself, so not doing anything else over here. PV is this, then 0 because there is no future value, then the type 0 is for the end of the period and 1 is for the beginning of the period. So pressing 0 and closing the parenthesis will give us 193.33 rupees. So the monthly payment for this loan is 193. If we will pay 193 for next 5 years at the rate of 6%, we will repay this loan. Coming to the second scenario, we are having an SIP done for future value of 10,000. So we have to calculate the SIP amount, that how much we can invest every month for next 5 years at the rate of 6% to get a future value of 10,000. And in this case, the payment will be made at the beginning of the month, not at the end of the month. So for this also, we are going to use the PMT formula only. Okay. So coming to rate, which will be divided by 12, then the n per, which is in months. Okay. Then in this case, this is not PV because this is not a loan, and future value which we want to get is this. Then coming to the type, 0 is for the end of the period and 1 is for beginning of the period. So in this case, we are paying at the beginning of the period. So 1. Pressing enter will give us 142.61. So if we will pay this much amount, 142.61 at the beginning of the month, every month for next 60 months or 5 years at the rate of 6%, then we will get an amount of 10,000. So hope you find this video helpful, and if so, do subscribe to the channel and check out the channel for more playlist of the Excel tutorial. Thank you so much.